Hello, today we will be doing our nails using just the hand file, no e-file today, but make sure to break the edges if you're using a completely brand new nail file because they can cut you. They can really get into that meat and destroy it. You don't want those cuts around cuticles. They hurt like hell. Okay, this is of course sped up, but right here you can see the actual speed at which I'm filing my nails. Sometimes you do need to press more, sometimes you do need to press less, depending which part of the nail you're working at the moment. So please be careful around the cuticle. You do not want to harm or damage your natural nail. Here I'm putting the primer and the base coat. As I already said in the previous video, I always put 2 coats of primer because I want this nail design and this gel to stay on the nails forever. After we do this, we're going to proceed to putting the gel. I always use hard gel. I do not like acrylic. Acrylic stinks, especially, because of the monomer. It's very hard and it's just awful. I hate it. Gel has flexibility compared to the acrylic, and it's much easier on the nail itself. It doesn't really dry it out as much. Anyways, this is the real time how I do the nail and how much time I take. It really depends on the day, but usually it takes me this much to do one nail because it's not very easy to do your own nails. You have to be careful about everything. At this moment, I'm doing one side while allowing for the gel to slide to the other. Then I turn it upside down and let the gravity do its work. One thing that you need to pay attention to when you're doing your nails is not to flood the cuticles. One way of doing this is by trying to hold your nail a little bit down and not on the side. Right now I am holding it on the side because I want the gravity to work for me and to spread the gel evenly. This could be like fixed if you use gel that's not very runny. Unfortunately for me, I cannot find gel that's actually good for me here, and this is the only one. It's the same IBD gel. But once I have everything laid in and I kind of like see that the gel is even everywhere, I turn my nail upside down to let the gravity pull everything to the right stress point of the nail, which is going to be the apex. This is a little bit sped up because I'm going to do the same thing for all the nails. And here I'm cleaning up the cuticle area because I did get a little bit of flooding. I just did the same thing here, but I wanted to show you this is how I turn them upside down. And then I also used the brush tip to maneuver the gel where I needed to go. And this way I make sure that the gel is laid in perfectly well everywhere and that it's even throughout the nail. But make sure that your cuticles and your sides are not flooding with gel. You don't want to have thick gel around the cuticle anywhere. The tip and all around the cuticle is where you need to have it the thinnest. So now I'm proceeding with the design for today, and as you could see, it is watermelon. I've always wanted to do watermelon. For whatever reason, I never did. So for this, you need a bunch of colors that are going to present your watermelon. You don't have to stay within the limits of only red and green and white. You can also use yellow. There is yellow watermelon. So it's totally up to you. As you can see, I started at the bottom because the cuticle area is the one that you need to pay most attention to because you don't want to have it flooded. You want to have a nice clean line. And then I started creating the lines, but I did not cure in between. I wanted to have a little bit of space to do ombre. And now when I finished that, I did cure it, and now I proceeded with the red color. Now I want to have it a little bit fading. You know how watermelon looks like, so it's kind of like trying to do as precise as I can, but I'm not like trying to replicate like the watermelon. I just want it to look like a watermelon, to resemble it. It doesn't have to be perfect. This can take some time depending on your painting skills, but it's very nice, kind of like relaxing. And it's also a process, creative process, which can be very fulfilling. And as you can see, this red color is quite transparent. It's not as opaque as I wanted it to be. And I had to eventually resort to using gel paint, which is much thicker. You will see it. You will see me using it on the pointer finger. So if you want more opaque colors, go for gel paints, or try to find out online which colors are thicker and which ones are going to give you that coverage with just one layer. I prefer that kind of colors. I have a few that I bought here in Mexico, but most of these ones I actually bought back home, and they are, some of them are amazing, but some of them are a little bit like, I cannot say what they are, but they're not what I wanted them to be. So once I finished the design, well, once I finished laying the color, I started putting the rest of the design, which are seeds. I mean, what kind of watermelon is it without the seeds? So I use the dotting tool, and then after that I pull the little dots upwards, so this creates that seed-like shape, and it's very easy. And then you just need to freeze it in the LED or UV lamp for a few seconds. This is not a lot of gel for these little dots, so 15-20 seconds should be enough. And once all of that is done, I'm going to use top coat and finish the whole set and protect the design. Make sure that you always use top coat, because without the top coat, the design will fall off very quickly. It will get scratched. So here I'm adding some accents, a little bit of white on those little seeds, so that they would look better. So I wanted at first to do the nails matte, but shiny is better. So this is the final result. I'm in love with these. They turned out so much better than I thought they would, especially for the first time doing this kind of stuff. I hope you enjoyed it, and that you will subscribe, like, and share. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.